So I just went to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom. And now I'm getting ready to walk into class. Got my face mask on. How do I look? Okay, my third pair of sunglasses. You know, I have a lot of sunglasses and each one is different. And so, like if it's really bright sun, I wear one pair. If it's like not so bright, I wear another pair. And so, yeah, so these are my other ones. So yes, I'm driving home. I've got my camera on the iPod holder, and I don't like, you know, how it's never flattering when someone's driving in a car. They always look fat, or they, you know, I don't know. I like better when I'm like in my kitchen doing the videos or outside. But driving, you know, you have time to talk, you have time to, you know, share. So, yeah. So I'm on my way home from college, and it's been a productive day, but a busy, kind of hectic day. But I'm pleasantly stressed. I'm going at the slower end of the speed limit because I don't drive fast to begin with. And when I feel a little bit stressed, I just kind of go a little bit slower, but not under the speed limit, but at the speed limit, while most people are whizzing by me over the speed limit. Crazy drivers. So I go on a lot of country roads, but before I get to the country roads, I have to drive through the town part, the big town. It's really a city, but when my husband and I lived here 30 years ago, it was just a big town. And so I'm on my way home, and they're trying to figure out where one of my classes disappeared to, which all of our classes are up online, even though we go in person. So one of them disappeared online, even though I'm registered for the class. One of my classes got dropped because there wasn't enough people that enrolled for it. And so I tried to return the book, but couldn't return the book. Well, I could have, but I didn't want to sit there for 3 hours or stand there because they are doing social distancing and only letting like 2 in at a time. And there was this huge line, and I said, forget it, I'm not going back. The good news is I don't have to drive in every day, and they're giving us kind of an option to do it online. And so, right now. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. But I have a lot of homework. And college is so different than it was 40 years ago. 40 years ago, they didn't have access codes and all that, and nothing was done online. Everything is done online, which is great, but you have to have all these access codes. And a year ago, when I first started school, I didn't know it, and I tried to peel the access code off the book, only to find out you're supposed to scratch it off, because you have to put the access code into the computer in order to access your lessons. So I know better than doing that, but I'm still having some issues on another subject with the access code, trying to get the access code to recognize other computers. It just recognizes one. So when I went into the college and I went to log in, I must have changed my passcode and not wrote it down, but I have it at home. Okay, I am out of class. The good news is they're not requiring us to show up every day at class. So that's the good news. A lot of it's going to be done online now. So even though it's an in-person class due to the circumstances. And we all had to wear our masks. I've got my orange mask on, or I've had it on. It's what's around my neck. And now I'm lost. I took a different street to get back home, and now I'm lost. I can't believe it. And I'm on hold for a telephone call because now they don't have me enrolled in one of my classes, although they have me on the roster. So there's some kind of technical problem. So they got to get me put back up there so that I can do my work. So it's kind of been one of those days where I lost my keys this morning. I couldn't find my keys, and they'd slipped down into the side of my purse where I normally don't keep them. So I had to dump the whole purse out to find them. And went to the class teacher, very nice, but they said due to everything that's going on, they prefer us to stay home and do our classes on like some kind of virtual site. And so we're going to do that, and that's a good thing. But now they've got to find me in the system because now they lost one of my classes in there. So I don't know. But anyhow, hello.
Thank you for holding. Your call is very important to us. A support representative will be with you shortly.
Oh my gosh, I've been on here 30 minutes waiting for them to re-find me and put me back on the system for my class. Does that make sense? It's not me, I'm telling you. It's like the teacher said, I've never seen anything like it. You're here, you're on my roster, but somehow the technical people that load the classes took me off of that part of it. So now they got to put me back on because I'm registered in the class and I have to do the class. So anyhow, so it's good news that I don't have to drive in every day. Okay, I am out of class. The good news is they're not requiring us to show up every day at class. So that's the good news. A lot of it's going to be done online now. So even though it's an in-person class due to the circumstances. And we all had to wear our masks. I've got my orange mask on, or I've had it on. It's what's around my neck. And now I'm lost. I took a different street to get back home, and now I'm lost. I can't believe it. And I'm on hold for a telephone call because now they don't have me enrolled in one of my classes, although they have me on the roster. So there's some kind of technical problem. So they got to get me put back up there so that I can do my work. So it's kind of been one of those days where I lost my keys this morning. I couldn't find my keys, and they'd slipped down into the side of my purse where I normally don't keep them. So I had to dump the whole purse out to find them. And went to the class teacher, very nice, but they said due to everything that's going on, they prefer us to stay home and do our classes on like some kind of virtual site. And so we're going to do that, and that's a good thing. But now they've got to find me in the system because now they lost one of my classes in there. So I don't know. But anyhow, hello.
Thank you for holding. Your call is very important to us. A support representative will be with you shortly.
Oh my gosh, I've been on here 30 minutes waiting for them to re-find me and put me back on the system for my class. Does that make sense? It's not me, I'm telling you. It's like the teacher said, I've never seen anything like it. You're here, you're on my roster, but somehow the technical people that load the classes took me off of that part of it. So now they got to put me back on because I'm registered in the class and I have to do the class. So anyhow, so it's good news that I don't have to drive in every day. Okay, so I'm now not lost anymore. I was lost for about a half hour because the town has really changed since I lived here 30 years ago. And my GPS, I could not get it working this morning for some reason. And then when I asked Siri, somehow Siri disappeared on my phone, and now she's back. First day of school, you know. And so Siri disappeared. I got lost. Now I'm not lost. I'm on my way home. They still haven't figured out what happened to my class and why it disappeared on the on like the virtual chalkboard. And so I called technical support and they told me to call the teacher, and I called the teacher and they told me to call the technical support. So we're still trying to figure it out, but my teacher will work it out. I know my teacher will because I have a really nice teacher. So anyhow, so I've been working on getting this all done and getting it put together. And then what's going to happen is I'm on my way home. I'm going to take a little time out, and then I think I will start my schoolwork. And I have a lot of it. Because first day, they make you open up all your classes, otherwise they drop you. And so the way they're going to do it, they're calling it hybrid, which means it's in person, but it's also online. And because of what's going on, they're kind of trying to make everybody just kind of stay home for the most part and do it online. So that's really good news because, well, I drive an hour to and from. And so I'm happy about that. But I want my class to get up there so that I can do it. Because right now I can't do the one class until they put it back up there. So they mistakenly took it down when they had to drop one of the classes because they didn't have enough people in it. And oh boy, first day of school, but it's all gonna work out. It all works out. And so I just want to relax a little bit, go home, enjoy, and then I'll get started again. So as you can tell, I've switched sunglasses. So I'm on my way home and from college, and this is my first day of college, and basically it's been a hectic day, but a good day. And I'm grateful to go back to college and to be in college and to being an internal learner. The issue is they still don't have it figured out on what happened to my college. I have several college classes, a full load. I'm taking a full load of college classes. So I have it at home, my passcode. And so I couldn't get into the computer while I was at college. Have you ever had a day like that? Well, but it's a good day. I mean, and I'm pleasantly stressed. And when I say pleasantly stressed is, I always say how you handle stress reflects who you are. And I handle stress well. I go slower when I feel stressed, and I don't internalize stress. I let it go. And I always know that it'll all get done and it'll all work out one way or the other. And so I don't worry about it. And so that's kind of what I'm doing today is I'm taking it slow, driving cautiously and slow. Well, slow at the right speed limit. I don't go under the speed limit, but I go at the speed limit, not over like most people. And so, I got up, and so last night my one son's alarm clock didn't ring. And so his work called and said, is he coming in? And I said, oh yeah, let me go wake him up. Well, I'm a light sleeper, so once I'm awake, I can't go back to bed. And I'd been up till about 2 o'clock doing schoolwork because it opened up at midnight last night, the online part of it. And so I got, maybe 4 hours sleep before they called. So I kind of laid there about another hour, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to get up. I'm just going to get up and just do my work. And so I did. So I got a paper I got to write when I go home, and it's in APA style format, which all these different styles, MLA, APA, all of that. So I got to go home and write this paper and submit it online. And so this is the life of a 63-year-old college student. And so I'm thinking, what have I got myself into? What have I got myself into as a 63-year-old college student? And so I wore my orange mask in today, which you see around my neck right now, which I don't like wearing a mask. I do wear it, but I don't like it because I feel smothered. Now I feel very nasally. Just after having it on for like an hour, I feel very nasal. so, you know, you're never too old to go back to college, and I knew that, and I love college, and I'm an eternal learner. I just don't always favor the first day of school, because the first day of school is usually crazy, and it's usually crazy, the first day of school, and often things don't work out as they should, like with the technical support, and then messing it up, and the teachers trying to help me, and so, but stuff like that, you know what, it all works out. It all works out. And I think when you feel overwhelmed or you feel stressed, just, for me, take it slower, go slow, be focused, think about what you're doing, where you're at, be present in the moment, and just remember, it'll all work out. It'll all work out. And, you know, the classes that I'm taking, I think I'll enjoy once I get it all straightened out, and once I figure out the access code part of it. I wish things were sometimes a lot simpler when you do stuff online, but sometimes it can get complicated, and that's okay. It's okay. We learn, you know, I think we learn how we handle stress reflects who we are. How we handle being tired reflects who we are. Now, I'm not really tired or anything, but when you are tired, some people get really grouchy or nervous or edgy. Not me. I handle being tired well, and I handle being stressed well, because stress is a part of life. You're going to have stress. You're going to have stress. No matter how you look at it, you're going to have stress. And there's good stress, bad stress. Like, good stress is going to the gym and doing a hard workout. You know, bad stress is when you have too many things on your plate, you're trying to balance them all, and you feel stressed out. Well, for me, you know, if you can't take them off your plate, then you leave them on your plate, and you just kind of take it as it comes and do the best you can. And that's what I do. And I take rest, you know, time to rest and recharge, refuel, relax, and all that. Okay. Well, from my truck to wherever you're at, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. And so my son started his college classes today too. So we are a busy family. He started his classes, I started my classes, and he started his classes, I started my classes, and we're just busy family. Busy. And he works at a golf course, and so he went to work, and then he'll come home and do his homework. And my husband went out and bought me a bigger screen for my computer in my office, because I use all the different computers. When my son's not home, I use his computer because he has a bigger screen. And so my husband went out and bought me a big screen, but he had to get an adapter for it, which he had to order online, so it won't be there for 2 days. And let's see what else. So I love to run, and I do my 5 miles per day. And today is not the day I'm going to run. I'll run tomorrow. And I run pretty much 7 days a week, unless it's really bad weather or I'm really busy like I was this morning.